You know what's strange? The people who hurt us the most are often the ones we feel the strongest pull toward. Not by accident, but almost like something inside us is choosing them. And even when we know it's wrong, we still stay. Why? We all think attachment is about love, about chemistry, about finding the right person, but we really don't understand it. Because attachment isn't always logical. It's emotional memory repeating itself in ways we don't notice. Picture this. You meet someone new. At first, they feel exciting, intense, and predictable. Sometimes they give you attention, sometimes they pull away. And instead of walking away, you feel more drawn in. You start thinking about them more, you want their approval more. It feels like connection, but something about it feels unstable. Now imagine another person. Calm, consistent, available. They treat you well from the beginning. No games, no confusion. And strangely, you feel bored. Something feels missing. Think about that for a second. Why does chaos feel like connection and stability feel like emptiness? Here's where psychology begins to explain things. Our brains are not wired to seek what's healthy. They're wired to seek what's familiar. And most of our emotional patterns are formed very early in life, through our first relationships, especially with caregivers. If love in your early life felt inconsistent, sometimes warm, sometimes distant, your brain learned that love comes with uncertainty. So later in life, when you meet someone who triggers that same emotional pattern, your brain recognizes it, not as danger, but as familiarity. And familiarity feels like home. But here's the interesting part. That spark people talk about, that intense emotional pull, it's often not love at all. It's your nervous system reacting to unpredictability. It's anxiety mixed with hope. And your brain confuses that intensity for something meaningful. Studies in attachment theory show that people with anxious attachment styles are more likely to pursue partners who are emotionally unavailable, not because they want to suffer, but because their brain is trying to resolve something unfinished. And this is where things get strange. You're not just attracted to the person, you're attracted to the possibility of finally getting the love you didn't fully receive before. You think, if I can make this person choose me, then maybe I'll finally feel enough. But that's not a relationship. That's a psychological loop. Now zoom out for a moment. In today's world, with dating apps, social media, and endless options, emotional unavailability has become even more common. People are more distracted, less present, and more inconsistent than ever, and that inconsistency feeds directly into these attachment patterns. So what most people call chemistry is often just emotional unpredictability. Here's what most people don't realize. Healthy love feels unfamiliar at first. It feels calm, steady, and sometimes even a little boring. Not because it lacks depth, but because it lacks chaos. And if your brain is used to chaos, peace can feel uncomfortable. The real shift happens when you start recognizing this pattern, when you realize that the people you feel most drawn to might not be the ones who are right for you. And that discomfort you feel with stable people, that might actually be growth. Because attachment isn't about finding someone who completes you. It's about understanding why you feel incomplete in the first place. And once you see that, everything changes. So next time you feel that intense pull towards someone, ask yourself, am I choosing them, or is my past choosing for me? If this made you think differently, stay with me. There's a lot more about human behavior we're just beginning to understand.